And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing FortressCraft Evolved. Grab that so it's on me. We have minecarts and processing, and we've getting some resin in. The system isn't loading very fast just because of the reasons we're pretty much gutted the sphere that it created. Now we're just working on the fringes. So we are way down in power usage. I think we could even risk doubling it up. So let's do just that. Give our turbines something to do, because as the system dies down, as more and more ablaters and liquefiers, stop working, the power draw is really minimal, and I would like to continue using it to its fullest. How many lenses do I have? I have enough, I think. So I'm going to rotate these down, put some lenses in there, and then do the same thing here. And then one more. It'd be nice to have, oh, come on, click. There we go. My frame rate kind of drops quite a bit. Can't be avoided with systems this powerful. And we're gonna get off right here, because we need to set up some more of these. So 1, 2, 3, yep. All right, here, here, and here. And I think we're going to try to feed the hive a little bit once this is set up. I don't feed it a lot at first. I just want to get a feel for where it grows, how it grows, stuff like that. So if you did a couple hundred blocks, see where it grows. And I want to go up here and grab these drops here. Just more paste. As you can see, this system is pretty tapped out. So let's do this. There it is. And we're going to go up here and do the same thing we did here. So we're going to have an H of batteries. Now we can sneak in here. I'm going to put one there, one there. And I'm going to change it up to be the huge storage hopper this time. They're a little faster. So we want ablaters in the middle, and I'm gonna have to sneak out to do the rest, but for now we're gonna have a pipe coming down and another liquefier here and here. Luckily they don't block movement, so I can just move freely. The ones that do block movement are, the hoppers and that stuff. So we're going to have another big storage hopper, or a huge storage hopper, I should say, and pull that out. I think I turned that around wrong, because they basically copy the previous mode. And I'm going to need some more. I want another set of ablaters back here, and they should get power. Even though I placed them off the battery, they should still get power. And these are already getting power. So I want one more ablator right there and one more right there. And now I can come over here and build tubes. And these tubes, I think, are gonna come over to this side here. So I can either branch those off right away or keep them down on the ground level. I think I want them down here. So we're gonna bring those down. And we're just gonna kind of follow the wall here. Just like that. The way I have these loaded, you know, they're going to load in the middle here and then kind of fill in the outsides. And then we need power. So same sort of thing. All the way down the line. And then one in the middle. There we go. There's my double H. That's how she looks. Doesn't look like much is actually processing. Let's go up there. It has to do its searching. So it starts with really close and then it starts searching. So my ablators will pick it up, and these will probably go over another couple blocks. Not too terribly far. I do need some more back there to take out, you know, a huge chunk of what's back here. It's pretty solid in the back. But I think we want to feed it a little bit. It's hungry. I think it's time to do some feeding. So where's my feeding? There it is. As you can see, we now are fully infested. It's all good. And I want another huge storage hopper, because I need to output on all sides as fast as possible. So huge storage hopper. We're gonna try 200. This thing can hold 200. So I'm gonna try 200. What do I have 200 of that I don't need? Wooden planks. I've got 12,000 of those. I don't think I need 12,000 wooden planks anymore. So let's feed him some wooden planks. It immediately starts growing, like instantly. And this is just 200 blocks. So as you can see, it doesn't rebuild its sphere, but it starts to branch off from itself. And that is why I left some of this notched out like that, so it can kind of grow underneath. But this should give me a lot of resin, just 200. My other world, where I was able to push a lot more power down here, my other world, I was able to feed it about 3,000 blocks at a time and still mine everything. Pretty much 99% of the blocks that would spawn, I would be able to get to, because I had like 3 or 4 down here that were grabbing blocks. I had one on the side that was grabbing them, one on the back that was grabbing them. So yeah, I was processing a lot of blocks. But this will push those batteries, you know, the batteries that I have in the double H, this will really push those to the limits. And especially the power that I have coming down here. I mean, it's just a lot of power to to run all these machines. But as you can see, we're pulling a lot of resin out of there, and it looks like it is done. So you can see how spiky that was at 200 blocks. Let's get a look-see at the top side. You can see it really grew up here, kind of met itself over there. You got to be careful, especially if you don't have a lot of coverage. Once it hits its own resin, it can start building and adding on to the tendrils that go up. So if you don't have anything to mine these out, you will run into major problems with just single tendrils making it all the way up, and it's very hard to mine at that point. So yeah, now that we're mining in mass, let's go down here, check out a battery situation. Looks like our batteries are actually keeping up pretty well. We've got a good ratio of ablators to liquefiers, so we're able to really process a lot of that resin that's coming through there pretty fast. There are a total of 8 liquefiers in that little group, and quite a few ablators. I don't even know how many ablators. We have 16 left. Probably we have 15 ablators in there. So it's almost a 2-to-1 ratio. Because I think ablators take twice as long to process a block than the liquefiers. So you kind of want a 2-to-1 in there anyway. But yeah, that's my double H. Use it if you want. It works really well. You can offset it. So like if you wanted this H over here, you can pull this in and use this H right here and then have the other H a little further. Which would, you could then cut off the wall here and bring it all the way back and have even more room for the system to process. Base is under attack. Yeah, I don't have any missiles going. It's to be expected depending on my threat level. Let's go up and check the Mark V, make sure it's doing its job. Looks like this is just now delivering another 1,000. So we've got all of these that had processed, and now it just dumped them all and came right back down. Oh yeah, and it's out of power. I gotta replace that power before I forget. Otherwise it will stop dead in its tracks. There we go. Fill that back up again. Yeah, it was probably pretty low on power. I'm glad it made it up here though. So our power draw right now is roughly 7,500. There's 8,000. So we're in the 8,000 or 9,000 range, which is plenty for the turbines to keep up with. And for some reason, these are dead in the water. Why is that? It's because these backed up. Why is that? This hopper is not receiving items. Am I on the right path? Oh, wait. How did I misjudge that little process? How did I manage to do this? Okay, well, let's fix that little problem. I still have clearance. It's good. And it's daytime, so that's a little extra bonus. And let's put a couple of these down. And we've got all day, so it should have plenty to beam over there. And for some reason, it's not beaming any back, or is it? It is not. For unknown reasons. It's probably all the leftovers are over here. There we go. As these things charge itself, they will start offloading and the turbines will kick back on again. Wow, I'm glad I caught that. That would have been really bad. But now they're loading again. So yeah, this really ran out of fuel up here. So let me grab another set of these empty canisters and throw them in the system. So I want you in there and you in there. And with plastic, I'm going to close that off, grab all those, set this to high energy composite fuel. It should... Okay, let me grab the plastic. There's the fuel. It's kind of hard to time, but once you get it, it should start making fuel for you. So yeah, that was a very bad situation. I actually want to close that one off because I don't need any power coming down here. All of these will eventually get used up, even though these aren't making any power. They still slowly use the fuel that's in them. So this will start to push more fuel down the line. Yeah, that was a little looming disaster there, that this wasn't processing any fuel. That was pretty bad. But we made it back, caught that before it became too serious. And how much fuel? We are still pushing canisters over. Now it's almost do one a second now. I got two of these. Yeah. So yeah, all our turbines are kicking back on. Should be getting a lot more power. That's good. It's one of the reasons I have such a big battery over here is a pretty large buffer. If this dies, then it takes a while for that battery to deplete. So yeah, we have resin. A lot of resin. So that is awesome. Refined liquid resin. So I guess the next step, now that we have resin, the next step would be the hard rock grinder, which I need 9 of these. Let's see. Oh, I need imbued machine blocks. Oh, man. I need imbued machine blocks. Okay. Well, I can build... Do I have 8 slots? Yes. I can build the Mark V power booster now. Okay, power. Scroll down. Mark V power booster. Good to go. Let's go see how much power this thing needs. And I'm going to put it like right here. So this needs 2,000 power per second. Ouch. That is roughly 5 turbines worth of power just for that thing. That's a lot of power. It's amazing. 2,000 power per second, however many seconds. And when you use it, it only gives you 1,000 power. So the amount of power that's wasted because of that is just crazy. I don't know why DJ thinks that that's a good idea to have, but Jesus, that's a waste of power. It's like a 80% waste. Crazy. A lot of bug parts. A lot of bug parts. And a lot of recombined. So doing pretty good on that. But that'll have to do it for this episode. So I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.